to my channel. This is my very first video on Gigi Cooks. And on this channel, we're going to be making some simple recipes with some simple ingredients to have some delicious meals. So don't just sit there and watch, come cook with me. First thing we're going to do is get into the ingredients. Today's recipe is just chicken and potatoes. And you can jazz it up any way you want with all kinds of vegetables. The vegetables we're going to use today are broccoli, the actual potato, and I have some peppers that I picked up at a meat market for free. Somebody had too many in their garden. Thanks. And also peppers, jalapeno, and chile. Alright, for our wet ingredients, all we need is heavy whipping cream for a small sauce that I'm going to make at the end, and some olive oil. And our main ingredient, the chicken. I'm not going to use this whole pack. We're going to freeze some of this. I'm probably going to use like one or two, but this is the boneless, skinless chicken breast. Let's get into it. Alright, the first step we need to do, wash these babies. I also like to keep a clean dish rag around so I can clean as I go. Keep germs to a minimum. You want to make sure to give your veggies a good washing. These veggies are pretty clean, but I'm going to go ahead and give them a good washing anyway. Alright, so I like to cut the potatoes first so we can get those in the oven and get them baking while the rest of the food is being prepared. So let's go ahead and cut the potatoes. I'm going to be cutting these in half. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. You can cut them down smaller if you have little ones. Remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is just simple, simple cooking. Alright, what you want to do is layer the potatoes on a cookie sheet. I've already put a piece of foil on my cookie sheet just for easy cleanup. Sprayed it with a little olive oil spray. And now I'm just laying the potatoes on the cookie sheet. It's a good thing to have them on a single layer and not have them on top of each other. They just cook better that way. Next we're going to give this some olive oil drizzle. That'll do. And then I'm going to use a little bit of kosher salt to spread it evenly all over the potatoes. That'll do. And some pepper. And here's another secret ingredient that you might not know what to do with if you have it in your cabinet is rosemary. It is really good with roasted potatoes. So we're going to give that a little sprinkle as well. And use salt and pepper and rosemary to taste, so you do as much or as little as you and your family desire. From here, you're going to pop them right on in the oven. I preheated the oven at 450, and those will stay in about 20 to 25 minutes. We'll check them. I like to give the chicken a little bath as well. And then I will pat dry these with a paper towel. Alright, it's time to cut the chicken breast. This is another thing you can cut at will. You can do strips, you can do cubes, whatever you like. Just keep it simple. Okay, I've heated the pan with a little bit of olive oil, so we're just going to drop the chicken in there. And we're going to go ahead and season it as well. You can season whatever seasoning you want. I'm going to be using some seasoning salt, some garlic powder, and some pepper. While the chicken is cooking, we're going to cut up some veggies. Hey guys, remember, this is where you keep it simple. You can cut them up any way you want. If you prefer not to use this thicker piece, you can put that off to the side, but I like to use some of it. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to this. Just cutting them down. If you have little ones, you're probably going to want to make smaller pieces. You can do this however you want. Alright, now I'm ready to cut some of our peppers. One thing I like to do is remove some of the seeds from the pepper so it's not as hot. And you can use as little or as much as you want to, or none at all. Again, this is kind of totally up to you what veggies you want to include here. And I will give my knife a quick rinse to make sure that we're not transferring these seeds back to the other vegetables. Now I've got some green pepper here. And again, guys, I'm not a chef. I'm just someone who loves to cook, who loves food, so I don't have all the proper techniques. I just cook. So you can cut these any way you want. No judgment here. Let's get some of that red in there. Alright, I've gone ahead and plated the chicken to set it off to the side for just a bit because we're going to use this skillet for our veggies. So I'm going to bring those veggies over and drop them right down into the same skillet. I'm just going to use a couple of those jalapenos because I've got a bunch of the chili peppers in there. This way you get a little bit of the olive oil left over from the chicken, and some of the seasonings from the chicken stay in there as well. We're going to cook this for just a little bit, and then we're going to add in our broccoli. The last step in this really simple meal. So I'm going to spice it up a little bit and add a buttercream sauce with some garlic just to drizzle on top at the end. So I'm just going to take like about a half a stick of butter. Got some heavy whipping cream. Doesn't matter the brand. I grabbed this one from Aldi. Going to pour in some heavy whipping cream. Really don't know a measurement, so kind of got to eyeball it. And you're going to let that melt down. Then I'm going to be adding some pepper. A little bit of kosher salt. And some garlic. And I'm just going to grab a regular teaspoon of that. Now I'm going to let the butter melt down a little bit before I give this a stir. But you're going to want to stir that and keep an eye on it so that it doesn't start to stick to the pan or burn. Now we're able to stir all of our ingredients together since the butter has melted down. So we can stir together the salt, pepper, heavy whipping cream, and butter. From this point, I'm going to be adding a couple of teaspoons of flour and stirring immediately so the flour doesn't get lumpy. Alright y'all, it's that time. Everything is done and it all got done at the same time. So if you do everything while something else is cooking, then you won't have a long meal. So let's plate this food. We're going to start with plating some chicken. You can really do this in whatever order you want. I'm just going to put some chicken down first. And then some potatoes. They came out so good, nice and golden brown. Probably need to be using a different utensil, guys. But hey, gonna make it work, right? Then we're gonna grab some veggies. Make sure we get all that colorful, healthy green and red in our bowl. Looking oh so delicious. And lastly, we're gonna swirl a little bit of sauce. Stir that around. You see how thick and creamy the sauce got from adding the flour. And this is just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. You can even add some cheese if you want. Whatever you want to sprinkle on top. Alright, there we have it. My take on chicken and potatoes. Let's try this bad boy out. It's hot, so I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. But it's smelling so good. Got to try. That's it, guys. That's the end of our very first Gigi Cooks video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a little bit of fun cooking. Let me know down in the comments if you try the recipe as is or if you jazz it up your own special way. I would love to try your recipes. Till the next video. Bye!